Hey everyone, this is Shayla Bible with the Owasso Chamber, and I want to record this video for you to kind of give you a run through on how to register for the 2019 Shop Small Owasso event, and then how you can go back to it later to do any updates that you need to do. So first I want to show you from our home page how you can get to the registration page. If you received the link by email, then you can skip this part, but just in case you want to do this later and you can't find the email, this is what you will need to do. So just go to owassochamber.com. This is our homepage. You can go to the events calendar, and you can just click through to November 2019, or I thought that I could do a, I thought that it would allow me to change it to month, but I do not see that. So I think though, if we went to list view, there we go. Okay, here we go. This makes it faster. Go to November 2019, click search, and there we go. So you can click register now right here. But before we do that, I want to take you into the event page to show you a couple of things, only because we're a year out from this event at the time that I'm recording this. So I want to show you a few things for how you can remind yourself, okay? So right now, if you're gonna register as a participating business, you may not necessarily know what you want your sales and specials to be that day, or what you want your freebie item to be, or your grand prize item. So I wouldn't expect you to put that information in right now. And so to make sure that you remind yourself to come back and update that information later, you can actually, from this event page, put in your email address. I would say, it only lets you do a week. I wish it let you do, it really needs to let you do further than that. Anyways, I will look into that. But that's how you can send yourself a reminder. But here's another thing that you can do too. Up here on this share bar, also, before I get into the calendar thing, you can share this event on any of these social platforms, or you can send it by email, you can send it to a cell phone, you can print it, whatever, any of that stuff. But right now I want to show you how to add it to your calendar. You just click on that. And as you can see, I use Outlook, so it pops up that thing. And it's thinking, of course, so it's going to take a minute. But there we go. Okay, so anyways, obviously, if you had all of this set up beforehand, it would go ahead and add it to your own calendar. But that's one way. So, I mean, if you're on Outlook and you add that to your, and here we go. See, it's just a little delayed. So if you're on Outlook, you can always set a reminder. Let's see here. I'm sure there's a way to set it. I just don't have time to mess with it. But you can set yourself a reminder, you know, to go back and update it or whatever. But for now, you can even just add it to your calendar so that you don't forget that that's the date, and then hopefully you would see that later on in the year. But this is the register now button right here. That's what you saw on the front page whenever I said that I would get to that in a minute. So you can click on that either on that front page, or if you're going to come into the event page, which I do recommend, so that you can set a reminder here and add it to your calendar here. But if you're going to register, you can click on that. And once again, it's the exact same button that we saw before. So no matter where you click on it at, it's going to take you to the same screen. Okay, now one thing I want to point out, where it says, if you would like to be a participating business and a sponsor, please be sure to complete 2 separate registrations, one as a sponsor and one as a participating business. Before we go on to that, let me show you something really quick, why we want you to do it twice. I just want you to understand why we have to do it that way. I'm going to go to our 2018 event, which was just held this past weekend. And as you will notice, all of our sponsors are listed over here on the right-hand side. Sometimes the computer takes a little bit to drop in the logos, but see how all of the sponsors are listed here. Sorry about that. And then down here, we have all of the participating businesses. Well, when you complete a registration, it's only going to add you to one side or the other. That's why if you are sponsoring, I mean, not sponsoring, but if you are participating in both areas, we want to make sure you get your full publicity, and we want you listed on both sides. So like, for example, Bless Your Heart Boutique, Red Wing Shoes, Owasso Drug, those are just some that popped out at me that I know were participating businesses and sponsors. So of course we wanted them over on this side, and we wanted them over here. So, and also, I don't know if you guys know, but when you click on any of those logos, it takes you to that business's website too. So it's always a, blah, sorry about that. My recording bar, you probably can't see that, but my recording bar is like right in my way, and I can't click on anything. Okay, so anyways, let's go back to, where was I a minute ago? Let's see here, not that, nope. Sorry guys. Okay, we're back on here. Okay, so I'm gonna go back. Oh, I know why it's not, because I had it in another tab. There we go. Okay, so if you are a member, you just type in your email address here and it should open your account. And then if you're a non-member, you're going to click here. So I'll do a non-member registration here in a minute, but right now what I want to show you is a registration that I started earlier because I wanted to show you this. If you are a member, if you have started a registration, it will show you. See how it says last updated November 26, 2018. So it shows that I've got one that has already begun, or I can click here and start a new registration, okay? This one that I already started, I did this one as a sponsor because I wanted to show you that in a minute, okay? So this one, we're gonna go ahead and create a new one. I hope this isn't too confusing for everyone. The reason why I wanna do it this way is so that I can show you if, sorry, I think I did too much talking over the weekend. Okay, if you are going to be a sponsor and a participating business, I want you to see how you are going to enter yourself twice. Okay, so that's why we're doing this, okay? Before I do my registration as a business participant, I want to show you the different options, okay? The presenting sponsor for $800, that is the one that's already selected. It's just the one at the top because it goes in order of price. So this is where you want to pay attention. I know a lot of people, when this screen pops up, they notice that their business name and all of this information down here, and sometimes they actually don't even notice this information up here, so they just start typing away, and then later they're like, wait a minute, what did I do wrong? So just pay attention to that and make sure you click the option that you need to go with, okay? So there's only one presenting sponsor. The cost of that is $800. And as you can see down here, the sponsor is invited to attend the live drawing that we hold on the Thursday after the event, okay? So you can choose that option. You can change it to the cash grand prize sponsor, same thing with them. They are invited to attend the live drawing. We have a first runner-up sponsor for $300, same thing with that. Passport prize sponsor for $100. That is the new thing that we're wanting to implement, where we would do a couple of $100 cash drawings before we do the grand prize drawing on that Thursday after the event. That's if we're able to change the passport to like a bingo card. It would still be a passport type thing, but in kind of a bingo format. That way, I know this year we had a few complaints from shoppers that got started late because they heard about the event as they were out shopping. They had not ever heard of it before, and by the time they got started, a few of the businesses had already closed. So I was brainstorming over the weekend trying to figure out how can we kind of hook these people that are noticing what's going on while they're out shopping, that maybe we didn't get their attention by social media or in the newspaper or anything, but now they're interested. We're in the middle of the event. They really want to participate, but they feel discouraged because they know that they already don't have the opportunity to win the cash grand prize. So my thought was, if we had a couple of $100 cash prizes and they could be entered to win that based on earning a few bingos on their card, then that would keep them going. Even if they missed a couple of businesses, then they still have an opportunity, not just to win the grand prize from each business they visit, but to win some extra cash as well. Because I know that cash thing is what really catches everyone's attention right before Christmas. They just love winning the cash. So that's where that came from. So I don't know if we're going to get any sponsors like that, but it's just something that we've put out there to see if we have any interest from businesses wanting to sponsor that, so that we can try to find a way to get more people to participate later in the afternoon. Okay, next option, Prize Patrol cash sponsor. And as you can see, there's a few more options that pop up once you change to the Prize Patrol cash sponsor. So here, you can see that we do give a few options here. The Prize Patrol can give away my sponsor prize at any location, or I would like the Prize Patrol to give away my sponsor prize at my location, or I would like to volunteer for the Prize Patrol and be part of the giveaway of my sponsor prize. And then if you do choose this option, you are required to attend a brief meeting, but those meetings will be held immediately after the business meetings. So if you're going to be a business participant and you're coming to one of those meetings, we're going to have a Prize Patrol meeting immediately after each of those meetings. So it won't require you to go to an extra meeting, is what I'm trying to say. We'll just talk to you about it immediately after the business meeting, if that makes sense. And then over here, this is if you are wanting to participate with the Prize Patrol, then you just choose your preferred meeting time here. Okay, so final option, business participant. Okay, now we're gonna pretend like I am a business participant. Over here on your physical address, you don't have to put in city, state, and zip, obviously. If you're participating in Shop Small Owasso, you are a business in Owasso. So for the chamber, I would just put in 315 South Cedar. Yes, I do want you guys to put your phone number, but I'm not going to worry about it. Just for this example, please use this field to enter email addresses for all of your staff members that need to receive Shop Small updates. So anyone on your staff that you want to make sure that they are getting the updates as well, you can add in how many ever email addresses you need to. Just check them and see, look at that. I would have spelled it wrong. I even left out the C. Okay, so I'm going to add in, whoops. There we go. So you can add in as many as you need to so that you can make sure that any information that we send out to you guys doesn't fall through the cracks. I know there was one business this year that the business owner had registered the business for the event, so the emails were going to the email address that was already on file, and it was actually someone else that was handling their involvement in the event, so they weren't getting any of the emails. And luckily they reached out to me a few days before the event to say they hadn't received anything, so we were able to take care of that. But I just want to make sure that that doesn't happen again in the future. So so we've added this field this year, and feel free to put in as many staff members as you need to so that you can make sure that everybody stays in the loop. And just so you know, this email address doesn't go anywhere else. This is just in a form, and I won't even touch it until next year whenever I'm ready to start working on it. So when you put in email addresses here, you're not entering them into our database or anything like that. It is strictly in this form until I get ready to work on it. And then even then, I'm only going to use it for communication for this event. So just want you guys to be aware of that. And then, are you a past participant? Yes. Please choose the level at which you wish to participate. If anyone new is watching this, because I do plan to add this to the website after we're done with it, so that anyone that's never participated before is a little bit more aware of how this works. So if you are new, retail industry, you don't necessarily have to be retail or service industry. This is just kind of how we specify them, because in the beginning we created this where you had to make a purchase to receive a stamp at a location. But then we had some service industry small businesses that said, hey, I'd like to be a part of this program too, but I don't really have anything to sell. Or maybe they had something to sell, but it was more expensive, like a vacation package or something that takes a little bit more time, like insurance or something like that. So that's why we created the level 2, so that those businesses could still participate and hand out information on that day, and even just, get people in their door and finding out more about their business. That's what that level 2 is for. Just any business that's wanting more people to come and learn about them, but not necessarily do they have something for you to purchase that day. And also, we have plenty of businesses that do have things for you to purchase that still choose to be a level 2 business. And I think that's great as well. So it's totally your choice whether you want to be 1 or 2. I'm going to say 2. And then here, we just want you to put in your website address. Over here, we want you to put in your Facebook address. And if you don't have a website address, I did notice that this year it looked like a lot of you guys have Facebook addresses, but not website addresses. Just go ahead and put in your Facebook address in both places, okay? So I'm gonna put in facebook.com/Owasso Chamber. Same thing over here, even though we do have a website, I'm just doing it this way to show you guys. Okay, then what small freebie item do you plan to give passport shoppers on? Oh, I need to change that. It's not November 24th anymore. It's going to be November 23rd. I'll fix that in a little bit. Look, I did change it in some parts. Sorry about that. Okay, so I'm going to say TBD for to be determined. TBD. Also, while we're on value of the big giveaway prize, we did discuss this in one of our meetings this year. And for those of you that weren't at that particular meeting, I do want to talk about that for a second. I just want everyone to know that, yes, the minimum value is $50. That's what we require for the big giveaway prize, so that it makes it worthwhile for the shoppers. But for those of you that have always done something well over the $50 prize, I thank you so much, because everybody that does that, it only makes it better for everyone involved. Every year we always pull a report, and we always talk about the average of the big giveaway prizes. And those of you that always do something way above and beyond the $50 minimum, you make the average higher for everybody. And so that is always awesome. I love it when I'm able to say, of 19 participating businesses, there were $2,444 worth of prizes given away as the grand prize. So when you do something higher than normal, you're helping everybody. So I thank you for that. I even noticed some of you this year were doing gift cards like you've done in the past, but instead of doing just 50 at the minimum, you did 100. And that's just awesome. I mean, you're helping yourself, because everybody sees that higher valued big giveaway, and they for sure want to come get your stamp because they know that the value of the prize is higher. But you're helping everyone when you do that, because you're making the average so much better. So thank you for that. Now we're going to go to open and close times. So, we'll say 8, well, if I could type here, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Just an example. I know that's a long day. And then please tell us about any sales or special offers. Just FYI for you guys, this does not cost anything. I just want to make sure everyone knows that when I'm asking you to tell me about your sales or special offers, this is not something that you're going to be charged for later on down the line or anything. We want to help promote this for you. We have found that whenever you guys have something special going on, and especially if you send me pictures of those things, when we share that on Facebook, it helps you, it helps the whole event, it helps everyone. So as many pictures and sales and specials as you can tell me about in advance, the better it is for all of us. So the hard part is where a lot of people, I know a lot of you are busy right up before the holidays anyway, and sometimes you don't know what you're going to be offering until the week of, and that's where I feel like I start to drop the ball because I get bombarded with everybody suddenly sending me their sales and special offers just a few days before the event. And when I'm doing all of that by myself, I sometimes can't get them all scheduled. So the earlier that you can get that to me, the better. I just want you to know that. But once again, there is no charge for that. That's just part of what we like to do for you as a part of this event. And then down here, just list what your business specializes in. And then over here, do you have your own stamp or sticker? We're going to say yes. Okay, these are required. So, okay, I did do that one. I'm going to leave that one blank for now. That. And then over here, this is the group meeting the week of the event. And so here are the new options for our 2019 event. We're going to have one meeting Monday, November 18th at 12 p.m. This is the Monday of Thanksgiving week. So Monday we would have a meeting, or well, we have two meeting options on Monday, early morning meeting option on Tuesday, Tulsa Tech, which is where we hold these meetings at so that we can distribute supplies and everything. They close at noon on Tuesday, so they need us out of there pretty quick. And then obviously a lot of places are closed on Wednesday, and then Thursday is Thanksgiving, and then that Friday is Black Friday, and then Saturday's the event. So, so we want to try to get everybody at this Monday meeting at noon. That would be awesome, but we've got three options in here just in case. But if you guys could let me know, I'm going to mark any of these times will work. But if let's say that you were fine with both Monday meetings, but not necessarily Tuesday, you can mark one, but tell me in the comments that let's see, can attend any meeting but Tuesday. Okay, and then that way, if I can get, like if it looks like everybody is available for this noon meeting, then I can let you all know that noon's gonna be the best time, because the more of us that can be at one meeting talking through things and coming up with ideas for, you know, passport drop off and things like that, the better. So just if we can all be at one meeting, that would be awesome. But if not, we'll make it work. Okay, so I'm going to save these changes. Oh, sorry. Okay, so if it doesn't save right away, it's probably because you left a field blank. Let's see here. Oh, it's right there. Oh, okay. We'll just say 100 then. Okay, and then here, I don't know why it does this, but it makes you specify again which thing that you're registering for. So I've got that in there. So I'm going to hit next. And then this is just kind of like a confirmation. So see, it says business participant. So I'm going to hit next again. Okay, so my registration has been successfully submitted, okay? So now, okay, there are a couple of ways that I could do this. I'm gonna do this though, just to show you. Now, if you don't wanna do it this way, you can log in. If you know your username and information, I'll show you how to do that here in a minute. Oh, and for those of you that are non-members, when we get closer to the event next year, I'm going to create each of you that have registered. I will create you a login so that you also can log in and update your event registration, because like I said, I know you're not going to have all of your information ready right now as far as sales and freebie items and things like that. So let's see. I was gonna say there's gotta be a way. I was thinking it showed the time on here that I could tell which one was my sponsorship and which one was my my business participant. But I'm gonna guess that would be, since this is 469 and that's 470, I'm gonna guess this is my business registration right here, okay? So I'm gonna click on that, okay, and it highlights it. I'm gonna click continue. This is how you get in so that you can edit. Okay, you've already registered. You can update your attendee information. Trying to figure out how do I do that. Oh, I know how. Oh, yeah, you don't want to click add new attendee because then it blanks it out. Okay, this is how you do it. Sorry about that. I just needed to remember how. Okay, you come over to this little head over here, this little person's head. See, when I hover over it, it says edit attendee. So when you click on that, see how it has everything that I already put in here, okay? So I'm going to make some changes here. So let's say I want to go ahead and have my website address on here. Let's have also changed my mind and decided I want to be retail industry. And then I'm gonna do chapstick. My big giveaway prize, I'm gonna say a gift card, and it's gonna be $100 value. I'm gonna leave my open and close times the same. And then for specials and special sales and offers, I was going to put in something cutesy, but I can't think of anything. So, okay. And then over here, we'll just say whatever. I'm going to leave it, but you guys know what you specialize in. So just also, by the way, when you're doing this, if you will type it the way that you want it worded on our website, that makes it so much easier for me so that I can just copy and paste into the website. And I'll show you where exactly that goes here in just a minute. And then I'm still good with this meeting time, so we're going to save the changes. Once you've done that, you do want to click next so that you can finish it. And then there we go. Your registration has been successfully submitted. Okay, so let me show you a different way to get in there, okay? Member login. This is from the homepage, owassochamber.com. Member login. Whoops. You should be able to just type in your email address. I think that's my password. We'll find out. Nope. Okay, that's okay. I'll mess with that later. But for the rest of you, if you are a member, I don't think you're required to put in your password. If you've ever logged in before, that is. But if you need, you can't, well, I should have shown you that first. You can, whoops, you can click this, the forgot your username password, and then it will email you a link to reset it, okay? Okay, and then if you are not a member, once you're ready, I mean, if you register and you want me to go ahead and send you a login, I can do that at any time. So just email me at shayla@owassochamber.com and I will get you set up with a login so that you can go in there and update that. And then, let's see here. Okay, so let me see. I want to show you guys how to oh, my login account is disabled. That's lovely. Okay, let's see. Okay. This is just an example one. This is our administrator account. But if you log in as a member, you should be able to go to events. Here, it would show you events I've registered for. If you click on that, Huh. Anyways, this is because I'm in here as an admin. It's not giving me the right stuff. But if you were logged in, then it would show that you've registered for Shop Small Owasso, and you'd be able to update your information here. But it's going to look exactly the same as the information that I just showed you. So let's see, what else do I want to tell you guys? Wanted to show you about the sponsorship and everything, but I think we're good. If anybody has any questions after watching this video, please do let me know. I'm going to be sharing the link to log in, and again, if you lose that link, just once again, just go to the event calendar, and if you, where did we see that? Go to list view, and then you can change it to November 2019, search, and there we go. And then, yeah, when you register, then it should, see, it does show me. I'm gonna go ahead and show you really quick while I've still got this going. I'm clicking on, this is where I put myself in as a Passport Prize sponsor. And I know that's a little bit confusing from the Prize Patrol sponsorship. So Prize Patrol is still going to be the $50 cash that our Prize Patrol awards during the event. So like this year, we had, when I say this year, I mean 2018, we had 14 of the $50 cash Prize Patrol sponsors. So what that is, the Prize Patrol goes out in the community. I had 2 different Prize Patrols out there this year, plus I did a few myself. But they are out in the community. They are looking for shoppers that have the Shop Small Owasso bag or the Shop Small Owasso passport. So that's what they're looking for. They post hints and tips throughout the day on Facebook, trying to get people to come find them. They also look on Facebook and search that hashtag Shop Small Owasso to see if anyone has posted any hints or tips, or I mean, not hints or tips, but posted where they're at, so that they can come find those people as well. So that is what Prize Patrol sponsor is. And again, those are $50 each. The Passport Prize sponsor, this is the new thing that we want to do for if they were to have a bingo across their passport. So really, if you think about it, if you think about straight across bingos, now it all depends on how many businesses we have that register. So if you looked at the example that I sent out this week, I had created something that looked similar to a bingo card, but instead of bingo at the top, I did small for Small Business Saturday. So it was still 5 across, and then I did 5 down so that we could do a free space right in the middle. And for now, that's 25 blocks. So a free space in the middle would be 24 that we would need to fill in. So if we had 24 participating businesses, it would be perfect. But some years we've had less, some years we've had more. So it just depends on how many we have for next year. But using this year's participants, since we had 19, I used it as an example and filled in all of the names in alpha order going down. And then of course, since it's 25 blocks and we had 19, that left 6 spaces that I was able to use as free spaces. So I kind of put them in strategically, you know, in different places that made sense so that they weren't all in one cluster or anything. But that if someone, so let's use an example of somebody getting all of the stamps, okay? If you were to use all of their free spaces, all of the free spaces, along with all of the stamps that they collected, if you've got 5 rows of 5, right? Then that would mean that they had 5 across. They would have 5 across in row 1, row 2, row 3, row 4, and row 5, right? Then they would have 5 down in row 1, row 2, row 3, and row 4, and row 5, right? So that would be 5 down and 5 across. That's 10, right? I hope this is making sense. It's making sense in my mind. I probably should have pulled up one of my examples to show you guys, but if anyone is confused, just email me and I'll send you an example. So if they were entered as a bingo, 5 times for getting them across and 5 times for getting them down, and then one diagonal and the other one diagonal, you know, because in the form of an X, right? Then that means that as a blackout card, they would have 12 additional opportunities to be a part of the passport prize. I feel like this is not making any sense. It makes sense to me, but I hope it's making sense to you guys. So anyway, so my hope is that with a few of these $100 sponsorships, someone that maybe missed, well, okay, so this year we had 2 businesses that closed kind of early. Medicap closes at 1, they close at 1 every year. Sylvan had joined us this year and they closed at 2. So I know there were a few shoppers that had posted on Facebook that had just joined us like shortly after 2 o'clock, and they were a little frustrated because they couldn't collect all 19 stamps. So I was still trying to encourage them to collect the other 17 because they, you know, they can still win your grand prize at each one of your businesses. But I know that they were frustrated because they had completely missed out on the opportunity to win the cash. So that is where this comes from. This is why I wanted to do this with the passport. So if, let's say, if they only miss those 2 businesses, then there's probably, I don't know, I haven't looked at where I actually had those 2 particular businesses as an example, but I'm sure there's still several ways that they could have gotten a bingo on the card, right? Especially with all the different free spaces. So for every bingo that they get on the card, that would enter their name to win one of those $100 passport prizes. So like, let's say that we get 5 businesses to sponsor a passport prize, then we'd have 5 opportunities to win $100. And it would still be the same as everything else. We wouldn't limit it. So, you know, everybody's name would go into that one pot for the passport prize. So if this person got 12 and this person got 5 and this person got 8 or whatever, all of these names would go in there that many times. And then we would just draw from that one pot, you know, like here's the first winner, here's the second winner, here's the third winner, the fourth winner, the fifth winner. Okay, so no matter what name we draw out, that's going to be the winner. So if someone is in there 12 times, they very well could win all 5 of them. So, I mean, we're going to mix it up well, of course, but I mean, that people like it more when they have multiple opportunities to win the prize. So, so the fact that they can win up to $500 that way too, and not just with the grand prize cash, I think it will keep more people engaged and maybe help us to get more people to participate later in the afternoon that didn't already know about the event beforehand. So anyways, there's some ideas, and I hope this makes a lot of sense for you guys, and I'm sorry that I have just kind of rambled on. So I'm going to stop this video now, and please do email me if you have any questions. Again, it's Shayla, SHALA, @owassochamber.com. Thank you.